Easy to be sneezing when you go off in the mind. You stick to your yogurts, I'll stick to mine. Look like a girl, but I think like a guy. Alright, let's get a poll going on here. All right, guys, we got a poll going on. I think it's called Fruit by the Foot. I just know like the fruit, like the feet, like the fruit feet. Fruit by the foot, like the, is that what it's called? Fruit by the foot? Oh, like now it's like the fruit strips. Now it's fruit strips, right? Because everything's, you know, can't say Play-Doh anymore. It has to be, oh, it's not Play-Doh, like Play. It's like play, it's spelled differently. I think I just said Play-Doh over and over. Yup. Yeah, I just went out to go pick up my ADHD medicine because I have not been on that in 3 days, and got a silly brain, and I haven't done in like days, and I'm realizing it, so I gotta, hi, you wanna come sit with me up here? You can come sit, buddy. My little baby puppy girl is sick. Baby puppy boy was sick a few days ago, but now he's better. All right, today's to do. Who's on here? I see my one viewer. Say hi. Say hi. I see you. You see me, but I can't see you. You can see me. I can see. Kanda, let's go. I'm so happy it's you. What's up? How's it going? Oh my god. That's so funny. Yeah, okay. I am in so much credit card debt because I wasn't able to pay off my credit. I was supposed to be able to pay off my credit card, and then shit happened, and yeah. So I haven't paid even the minimum for like months, right? And they're like, we need you to pay, or we're gonna send an attorney. So I set up a payment date, and I gave them which bank I prefer for the payment to come out of. My bank account does not have enough for the payment to come out of. I got an email this morning that said the payment had been processed. So I was like, what happened? So I gotta go look at stuff and see how it processed. Because apparently they processed another basic $12 payment a few weeks ago. And I was like, I don't know where you guys got that $12 from, because it was not me. But then I was like, was it my rewards that they just took back? You know, I don't know. So I'm wondering, I'm like, am I now in, yes, boy? Like, am I now, like, do you think, like, the bank, because I think my bank, I don't know if I had authorized, like, I don't know. It's not your problem, though. You guys get to listen to it and then go clock out and go do something else, right? It's my problem. All right. I just took my medicine, fuck. Oh my god. Guys, my dog right now is killing me. I am on 4 different wavelengths at the same time. It is full pedal to the metal. There's no brakes, no turn signal. My hazards are on. I'm not bringing you guys outside because I am not doing that. Nothing's going on right now, but I feel like very overstimulated. Like, I gotta write my notebooks. I got my thoughts. I got these 2 guys. I got my coffee. There's a lot going on right now. But shouldn't be. What the fuck am I talking about? Like, what am I actually saying right now? All right. Brain rot. The brain rot. Oh my god. I told my dad today, I was like, I said something to I was talking to well, I don't actually talk to my dad. I kind of just share information that's necessary and then respond appropriately. So today I had told my dad something, and I said something about like having like dementia type, because I'm like, my brain, it's not working the same. I'm like, I know it is. And but I was telling him about some dementia type, and my dad for sure has it. Like, there's gotta be 3 of us in the house that all have dementia. Like, it's impossible, bro. And he was like, dementia. And I'm like, Dad, I've been telling you this for months. I'm like, have you not listened to anything I said the past months? So anyway, that is stuck on my brain today, is the whole idea of dementia, because I understand I have a silly brain. And like this morning, I watched a video of this kid who got suctioned by an octopus, and it was like a whole rabbit trail. And all day, all I've been subconsciously feeling and thinking about is octopus suctions on my arms. But like, I didn't encounter that. What is wrong with me? There is something serious. Holy shit. I can't even stop that train to like direct. It's been 7 minutes of this shit. Oh my god. Someone send this to Social Security. Tell them. Say this is why Courtney can't work. Oh my god. Oh. Just gonna do a to-do. You wanna know what's on my to-do list today? Is to call a place and tell them that I got cold feet, and to actually keep me on like one of their reach out thing, whatever it is. That's all I have to do, is make one phone call today. That's all I have to do. Okay, we'll see if I do it. I've been meaning to get it done for 4 days. One phone call. What's the other thing I was gonna do? I need to vacuum, but I can't physically push a vacuum, so that's hard. Hi, puppy. He like really wants something. I know. Oh my god, here's the thing. He knows what look to give me. Oh, don't do it. And then they get me. Oh my god, he's doing it. I know he's doing. I can't look at him. I can't look at you because I know what you're doing. I went like this and he just went under to see me. No, I can't do it. You know what you're doing. No, you're such a smart boy. Guys, he's just so cute. All right, it probably doesn't mean anything to you guys, but like, all right, he's not doing it. Now he knows. You know when they give you the big eyes. You're so cute. Hi. Oh my god. It's like a gliss on the eyes. All right, guys, let's get to this poll. We got 71% popsicles, we got 14% gushers, and we got 14% fruit by the foot. 7 votes altogether. That, I would say, is probably like 1 vote gushers, 1 vote fruit by the foot. I can't even speak. And 5 votes popsicles. Am I wrong? Oh gosh, Kanda, that's so sad. I'm sorry to hear that. That's a lot in a family. Oh my gosh, Kanda, and last night, girl, I hope you're okay. What? Let's pray for you. All right, Kanda, we're gonna pray for you. In the name of the Father, God, I just ask you, please, to just protect Canada and just to take care of her and anything that that needs to be healed, God, anything that you foresee in health, and just protection of day-to-day life, just whatever you foresee, God, that you just take care of, that you mend, that you heal from the inside out. Not just a encouragement, but a real from the inside, like from the bone, just healing. Whatever it is causing that, God, just that you rid that of Candace's life, and just that you continue to be in front of her, and to the side of her every single step. Lord God, that you keep walking with Kanda and just take care of her. Like that is, wow, God, please, 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 just health and healing over Kanda. In the name of Jesus, amen, amen. Oh, that's like, yeah, I've been thinking, I've never had a real seizure. I've seen someone have a seizure one time before when I was cheerleading, and lately I've personally been feeling like I've been having like absent seizures, where it's definitely something's going wrong in my brain, but like I'm not, like I've had a physical seizure twice, but that was like the COVID vaccine, and B, honestly, I just cigs out of a bong, don't do that. And yeah, wow. Like the what is it? Oh my God, I can't talk. I've been so spacey the past few days too. The absent seizures are weird because like I feel like something's like glitching, but I'm like awake. But I can't move. It's almost like you're spacing out, but you can't move. It's like weird. I don't know. It's not like a space out where I'm like tired. I don't know. Oh gosh. Don't be stressed though. Don't be stressed. I know it's so much easier to say, and I don't have a reason not to be stressed because I myself am a stressful person. But I say that because a lot of people always remind me how often scripture talks about not to worry. And I know for myself personally, like when I get really stressed out and I start to worry, it's kind of like the energy that it's so hard to explain, but like the energy that you feel and you give out doesn't guarantee that something in your life will happen, but it's a projection, and your world truly is like the world that you see and observe is the way you perceive it. I think I go on this tangent a lot. Honestly, guys, I give up on myself today. It's been 12 minutes. I haven't gotten a single sentence put together. I think we're just gonna vibe. Just gonna vibe. See, Akeef, here's the thing. Did you see me in real life? Guys, if someone sees me in real life, you got a sniper photo. All right, so no, when I was in college though, like you meet a lot of people. So a lot of people would come up to me and like they would like know my name, and they would, and I would kind of recognize their face. But I also like, not to say I hate using the term I've been all over the place because it sounds, but like I lived in a town, right? But I live in one town, then I moved to the next town. And within a few years, like I started playing travel soccer and started to know like a lot of people in this area from like soccer and stuff and club. And then transferring schools and going to school, no longer in my town, but now in like our capital city, and meeting people there, and then doing all-star cheerleading and meeting more people throughout the state. So I've like kind of bounced around a lot, and I just know a lot of people from a lot of different areas. And I do sometimes get recognized by people where it's like they'll say, and I may or may not remember, oh, in events too. I worked in events, so that ever since I started working in events, a lot of people, like when I was in the psych ward, like someone came up to me, they're like, I know you. I'm like, okay, let's figure out where. So I do get kind of scared sometimes because I'm like, you just never know. Like Connecticut's a small state. Granted, I don't know how many of you guys, I know like 3 people are right now is from Connecticut, but like the Connecticut, Rhode Island area is so freaking small, man. So small. So Yeah, but if you do see him vote, you either gotta sniper me or you gotta scare me or something, because that would make me happy. A grand mal seizure, what's that? Yes, Akif, that is the worst feeling. Feeling like, hope is, feeling like they hope it against the world. Okay, I'm sorry. I've had such a hard time reading. It's, feeling like they hope the world is against you and nobody cares about you. That's the worst feeling. Yeah, I agree. Like literally feeling like no, like I'm sure. I'm sure. Do you guys also go through your head when you're feeling really distressed and you think of the people that if you're because you're like, I should reach out to someone, and you start going in your head about the people that maybe you would feel comfortable about, but then for some reason every single person is like, actually, I don't think that I could reach out to them, and then inevitably you go through every single person in your head and you're like, fuck, I don't have anyone. Because that, before I started opening up about, before I started this YouTube and before I went to the psych ward, it really has been the past 10 months. My life has fucking completely changed. Before I went into that, I was the girl who wanted to be popular. I was the girl who wanted everyone to like me, and I was going to play a role in order to get that. Like, that was, I grew up watching the Kardashians, and I grew up into 20-year-olds being so like awed over Paris Hilton. Like, it's, my perception of being a human being was really warped into this theatrical idea. And where was I going with this? I don't know. But yeah, there was something deep there. Oh, and feeling like, yeah, nobody, yeah. And then, yeah, you go to reach out to people, right? And then, like, nobody actually gives a fuck. Oh, when I got into the psych ward, that's when I started to realize that the way that I was living was not only so toxic, but like, it was so unsustainable. I was not being treated, like, I was not treating myself like a human. I didn't even know what that meant. And it was there that they started asking you, you know, where are you going after this? Who's your support group? Yada, yada, yada. And it was when I was there that I realized, and to this day, I still, like, I don't have an emergency contact because I don't have anyone that wants to be. I've asked people, they've said no. Like, and that's the crazy thing. I know so many people. I know a lot of people. I've always been surrounded by groups and groups of people. But what Akif brought up, I think, is such a real and relatable point that we don't talk about enough is, and I think the world maybe is starting to open their eyes up to it, but is genuine human connection. Like, on social media, there is all the girls are talking about how, oh my God, I hate when I start a story and I forget everything. How literally because of social media, we are not genuinely connecting to one another. We're even setting up boundaries where it's like, oh, I'm too tired, I don't want to go out. Well, granted, sometimes I totally get you're too tired, you don't want to go out. But if you're consistently like my comfort over someone else's like emotional well-being, then all that says to me is that you value your comfort more than that relationship. So that person is valid to say, oh, I don't feel like this person will, you know, come help me, because no, they are choosing not to. It's like, I don't understand how people don't get it. I don't understand how people don't get it. And if you haven't read the story, this story changed the way I saw things too. But it's the story of the Good Samaritan, right? Man was walking around the, okay, man's on the side of the road. He's done though. Like, he's sick. He's hurt. I don't know what exactly is his problem. Man's got a lot of problems. Man's sitting in a ditch. He's got a lot of problems. No one's helping him. I think like someone walked by, and like it was like another like good neighbor of his, right? I think the guy just passed by, right? I think it was like two guys like passed by, something, whatever. Gotta read the story because I'm not the best. All I know, this guy is fucked up in a ditch. And the people he thought was going to help him didn't help him, right? Then someone came along, did help this man right before he was going to pass. Like, he helped this man, you know. Turns out the guy that actually stopped to help this man was part of the demographic that this man originally basically hated, was disgusted by, pushed away. They said, I didn't want to be, I don't want to be associated with you, right? But the man that had helped was in a place where he could have chosen his comfort, his safety, knowing that, this guy that needed help didn't, or probably didn't like him already, right? He could have just kept going. But he didn't. He stopped and he chose to help. And that's why the story is. The story isn't there because of the two men that didn't. We're not talking about the two men that didn't. We're talking about the man that did. And in life, we as human beings naturally focus on so much negativity and so much bad that, yeah, we are instantly drawn to that you're right, like, we do forget the good. And we almost have to continuously realign ourselves with the good, which is completely spiritual. Like, I totally get that now, not so much when I was, learning more, but it's recently kind of like opened up to me in that understanding. But yeah, guys, yeah, wow, that story just really resonated. I have no way to close that out. Oh my God, that's not... I just had an intrusive thought. Like, here's the thing. I think like a guy. Got disgusting mind. And so yeah, I grew up in, early 2000s. And we played the penis game. We did. And we tried to see how, I don't know if kids play it anymore, but we did. We tried to see how loud we could scream penis. Whether it was in class, could be in class. It was a lot of times in class. It's also like, like the amusement park, like grocery stores, 90s babies, Okay, I'm not really a 90s baby, but I was around a lot of like, so even my gen, okay, I'm gonna chill out. But we also, do you guys remember the Red Robin? Yum. We do that. But we played the penis game, yeah. Oh, do you guys do these hand games on the bus? Oh my God. It's like 56. Don't repeat. No hesitations. I'll start. You'll follow. Category is like everything, and then you just have to keep repeating it. And then there's also oh my God, like apples on a stick. Wait, apples on a stick make me sick. Make my heart go 346. Not because I'm dirty, not because I'm clean, not because I kissed the boy behind the magazine. Girls, we have a lot of fun. Here comes Chuck with, I don't even know it, Chuck. Here comes Charlie with, oh my God, we're not doing Charlie. Here comes Bobby with his whatever, like baby book or whatever. I don't know, something stupid. He can wibble, he can wobble, he can do a lot of stuff, but I bet you can't close your eyes and count to 10 like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you try to hit it. And oh my God, we would play that game on the bus all the time. I don't think it was even like that. It was something along the lines of that, but oh my gosh. That was a game we played. Yeah, apples on a stick. Oh, of course, Miss Mary Mac, like the basic. But we went, let me see how far I can do with Miss Mary and Mac. Miss Mary Mac, all dressed in black, with silver buttons all down her back. She jumped so high. She reached the sky, and didn't come back to the 4th of July. And there's something else. For if he did, no, I think then I think I kept going. For if he did, my mother would say, have you ever seen a whale eating a snail down by the bay, where the watermelons grow? I do not know where I should go, for if I do, my mother would say, have you ever seen a pail sitting on a whale? Everything's a whale. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Am I doing any of these songs right, guys? Think about it. It's been almost like 15 years since I've done these songs. 15 years. Holy shit. I'm 25. Someone said the other day, they're like, 27 is when you have that, oh shit, I'm almost 30 moment. They're like, if you don't have your life together by 27, I'm sitting here like, honey, my life was really together. But then everything splattered. I go, so am I just fucked? That's great. I definitely could have made that call this time. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. I'm lightheaded. It's all black. How do I know? There we go. Or if I did, my mother would say. I love coming down to find just trash. It's so fun. So great. All right, let's get back to this chat. Hola. Guys, Candace Snapchat. I deleted my Snapchat and I deleted all my videos. I'm so sad because like I've been going through, this cup's basically full. I just take a sip and I pour more. I deleted my Snapchat when I was back in the ward and I still don't regret it, but I had a lot of videos on there. And yeah, lately I've been getting a lot of memories back from college. I lost all my memories at one point in time. I'm still getting them back, but I'm gaining back a lot of my memories from college. And I had like a bunch come back the other day. And then I was going through some photos and like, I was like, oh my gosh. But I didn't post all the stuff that I have. I post a lot of like the videos of like me dancing and stuff like that. I don't even know where all my cheerleading videos and stuff like that are. Like I have my headshots and I have like I was the manager for a while after I got hurt and I was taking videos of the team, so I have that. And I have like some selfies and stuff. But I was like, my Snapchat had a lot of videos of me on the court, like actually, or on the field, like actually performing. And I'm like, oh, I want those. You know? I don't know. I changed my username. Wait, who are you? Who is now Sunrise's dragon? Who were you and who are you now? Akif, thank you. I just saw you say that you're always correct and you're a pure soul. That's so kind. I'm actually wrong most of the time, except for when the Lord speaks through me, because that one I can't tell if it's always right or not, because it's not me. Because it's not me, it's God. But I really appreciate you having confidence in me, and also just thinking and saying that I'm a pure soul is really nice, because that makes me feel better about myself. Holy shit, what is wrong with me? I love you guys. Let's see. Wait, Akif, are you now Sunrise's dragons? Oh, you make puppet dragons. Oh my gosh. Have I ever showed you my puppets? Oh, Kanda. Yes, I have heard of that. Where your body starts shaking back and forth and your eyes roll back in your head and shaking convulsing. When I saw someone have a seizure when I was cheerleading, it was during the national anthem, and it was like on the court, like the hard basketball court, and it was like a high school, all high schoolers in the stands, and it was a really hard floor, and we were all standing in lines for the national anthem. So when it happened, we didn't really know what to do because honestly, I'm not capping. This is the most fucked up thing. She had okay, her and her best friend both on the team. At first, it was unknown if, and okay, at first it was unknown if she was faking or not. And then I was like, why the fuck would she be fake? Then they're like, then we realized it was real. I'm like, yeah, what? Anyway, I just can't believe people. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. You haven't been on alive. That's okay. Oh my god, you made oatmeal cookies. Those are the freaking best. I haven't been on live either in a few days. Life is short, eternity is long. Amen. Thank God we got a long life with Jesus. Yes, Akif made a good point. Oh, so that's not okay. I'm confused. But anyway, Akif says now the whole world is going in a pointless. Sorry, my eyes in a pointless direction. Human value feelings have no importance. It's all about getting rich, having influence, being better than others. Life is a competition now. Exactly, exactly. We no longer are living a life to explore our lives. We are now living a life to compete with one another. And I hate saying it like that because we have the choice, you know? Although that's the collective mindset, it's hard because we can be optimistic and say it's a collective mindset. We can make people more aware of it and make a change. But I'm also going to be really transparent. I wonder if it's a collective mindset because people don't want to change. Maybe it's a collective mindset because now the majority wants it like that. I foresee that as being very destructive long term. Someone explained it like this. Imagine everyone in the world, right, is like a cell. But like the rich people who, I'm not explaining it the same way they did, but like the rich people who are gaining interest or are whatever they're doing on people, they're taxing the people, fuck them. They are like cancer cells. I also heard this morning that cancer is actually caused by parasites. I could, again, not a scientist, just heard this on the internet. That cancer, I don't know if it's all forms, is caused by a parasite that can be killed, and the cells can stop reproducing, can be killed by taking like a clove and like clove oil, and it's the green shell from a black walnut tree or something like that. It's like a green something of like a black walnut. It's a black walnut tree. Yeah, it's a green something of the black walnut tree. If you take that oil, it's those, and the oils have to be taken in combination. And you take that for 5 to 6 days. It says that it kills the parasite that causes the cells to replicate in its way. Oh. Also, that we all know this McDonald's chicken nuggets has a synthetic in it that is also used in road and highway construction, keeping the roads together. And that is being put in our chicken nuggets. It's like thiamide, PO POSPHATETHAIMIADE, something like that. Yeah, crazy stuff. Anyway. Luke 10:27-35. Let's go read it. I'm going to grab my Bible. And we'll read it together. Oh, gosh, Kanda, that's really scary for your friend to be having that during school and stuff. Do they have like a... I mean, it's good that you guys are aware of it because then you got people around him that can help him. But I really hope there's like a safety plan. And honestly, I just hope that your school is very like loving and caring. My town school asked my sister why there was a hole in her head where her brain was supposed to be. My town school, when I told them about my this was also like when I started talking about the abuse going on at home and like my ADHD and my stress and stuff like that. I started noticing coming out in 6th, 7th grade, and I went to a guidance counselor and I went to another teacher, and A, one of them told me I was making it up, and B, the other person told me my brain was just much smaller than everyone else's. It's just not developing as quickly. Those two things were told to me, but what neither of them knew was that what was going on at school was bodily reactions to traumatizing events that I had experienced at home. So they didn't know that was PTSD from a young age. And they treated me like I was just stupid. Hi, Luna. Oh my God, why do you lay like that? But you're so freaking... What is this? So freaking boot nugget. Fuck. Luna, you want a treat? Wait, I don't have any biscuits for her. So yeah, schools are crazy. Schools are mean, man. I'm gonna give her some oats. AKIF has a good point too. Yeah, I heard of like it happening to someone when they were shopping at like a Victoria's Secret or a Pink. And I don't know if you guys remember Pink from like 2010s, but like the lines were really close and they had these like shelving units with all of like the like the bath products and everything, and that's where it had happened. And it's like if it happens to you while you're around like shelving and stuff, or like sharp corners too. Yeah, wow. I want to learn about that and like how to stay safe and protect yourself. And if there's anything that like I know sometimes you can keep like a service dog with you, but if there's anything you can do if you like I'm sure I don't know if you can if you have even symptoms beforehand or even have it as it's starting, if you have like a code word you could say or like a code motion you could have or some kind of button that you just press when it's about to happen. Like, wow, I don't know. Because I don't know how seizures work. I know how like PTSD works in the terms of like having a flashback. I know how panic attacks work in the terms of like understanding when your body gets to a certain point and having different cues or words or things to like, come here, baby girl. You want some? Here you go. Here you go, baby girl. Enjoy. Yeah, wow. Yeah, because with my panic attacks, so when it first started happening, I would just rub my fingers together as like something to soothe myself. And then it came to a point where I would black out and I would be sprinting down the street and I wouldn't know that had happened until after once I got to a certain point that I had basically sprinted the adrenaline out. And then I was like, holy shit, what just I was like, why am I down the street barefoot? What happened? Like very scary. And that's when I realized like to get to a certain threshold. And then I started ranking it as like a percentage where the 100% was the moment where I'd be like, oh shit. Cause like I think everyone has that when they get to this point where they're like, shut the fuck up or I'm gonna snap. Like that fuck this point where you're like, nope, done. I would say my fuck this point was like 80% out of 100. And once I got to that like 80%, even though I would say it's 100, once I got to that point, I would know I have to like find a space to do whatever it is, whether I'm finding a space to repeating a mantra, or I'm finding a space to click my fingers together, or I'm finding a space and counting a certain, like I used to go into a room and there were like it was like school pictures and stuff. I worked at a like a preschool with my mom for many, many years. So I was just there all the time. And one of the things that they had was like the school pictures on the walls. So I would go and count the number of people in each row. And that would just give my brain that moment of almost like not control, but kind of like almost like a detachment from reality in a sense. So I was able to like help it with that. Yeah. But with a seizure, it's not like it's something cognitive where it's like so you cannot control that, you know? So it's like, how do you help? How do you like, what do you do during it? I don't know. I'm really just asking because yeah, I don't know. What do you do during a seizure? Like if you're the one having a seizure, or if you're around someone having it, like I know you don't touch them, but you roll them onto their side. Um, I don't understand the not touching them, but I wonder if it's because if you touch them, that spikes like the neurons start to like, you know, go off and it sends a signal to their brain. And if that, because their brain is already like almost like missignaling, if that is, if I'm correct, like if touching someone's body while their brain's already missignaling does that, because I know like if my brain missignals sometimes, um, everything just feels off. So if I were to get a physical touch, that would be an overstimulation into my body anyway. So I wonder if that's like scientifically why. I don't know. I don't know. I try to be beautiful. Kanda, you are beautiful. Oh. Wait, I'm curious. Akif says a perm humans. What is a perm humans? Kanda, happy half birthday. Happy half birthday. My sister's birthday is February 27th on a Tuesday. She was born on a Tuesday, so when she was younger, she'd go around, I'm February 27th on a Tuesday. And I was like, I'm October 8th on a Friday. Okay, my birthday's October 8th, 1999. I'm a Libra. I'm an air sign. I'm only saying these because I was like, whatever people say about Libras is matches up to me very well. And same with the air sign, matches up to me very well. Even though I don't believe because I'm an air sign, I feel these ways. I feel like it's just matches. Anyway, middle child and black sheep. How does Queen label me? I'm hard. I'm just kidding. That's what people used to call me. Hey, Looney. You're such a good girl, Luna. You're so cute. She's eating. Oh, were you a preemie, Kanda? Or was it like a few hours early type? Like where it was maybe like stressful on mom to give birth because it wasn't so like anticipated, or I don't know. Cause I think my mom secretly hates me because when I was born, she keeps reminding me about how when I was born, part of my my whatever sack that I was in was left inside of her and almost killed her. So this always happens. I know my phone just died. Yes, Tony, agreed. Yeah, we can't believe in that. Yeah. See, I find myself in a hole where I'm like, I feel like I just want to like be able to relate to things, but like Tony, you bring in such a good point because, and I should know better too, thinking about that. Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that and like speaking on it too. You know, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't want to say it's because I'm a girl, but I'm gonna be transparent. Oh, I need some type of like, I think I as a person need someone in my life who has a clear conscience. I don't know. You know what I mean? This is why I fully believe, like, no, we should not be alone in life. Because, like, I go. Anyway, so sorry, guys, about that. My phone died. Wait, sorry, I'm reading these from Canada. I'm trying to catch up. And I did get my Bible. I forgot that we went upstairs to get my Bible. Ken Kilcam, welcome. I hope you're on here. I know my phone died then. Trump wants to start World War III. Guys, I've been having that feeling of like anticipation. And this morning, it kind of like actually the whole idea of World War III kind of like, because I've been having night terrors for the past few years and since coming from like since about January-ish, February-ish, every single night my night terror has been war related. It's bombs, like it's war scene. It's like, and I've never seen a war in my life. I don't even watch war related movies. I barely take in any kind of media that looks like it. Even on Instagram, the stuff with Gaza, I only see the dust and people's faces. Like my Instagram does not show me stuff like that. So I don't see it. But in my dreams, it's so real. And I'm like, bro, how can I be dreaming of this stuff when I've never even, anyway, it's crazy. So yeah. Get nervous. I just get nervous. Guys, we're gonna read the scripture, but I'm getting through these. Also, we're gonna pause. We have 77% on popsicles. We have 8% on gushers and 15% fruit by the foot. I'm shocked. I'm actually really shocked. I'm shocked that not more people chose the gushers. All right, let's see. Education and medical has become a big problem. It's always about making money instead of seeing people's benefit. People should live within boundary of the government. I agree. Yep. I didn't realize how skewed up the medical system was. Now knowing everything about even just the pharmaceuticals, like I never liked putting medicine in my body to begin with. Now I have to, forced against my will. Which again, I do have free will. I could just say I'm not taking it. But if I say I'm not taking it, they're going to institute me. And we all know what's happening to people. So, you know, that actually felt really good to say out loud. Actually felt really good. Wow. I kind of feel like a big brick is off my right shoulder. I am scared of that. I don't know if you guys know, but the reason why I had to go into the psych ward was because my parents were reactively abusing, you know, it was like, and they kept calling the cops saying that I was acting erratic when actually I was asking them to stop screaming at me and cornering me and to stop threatening me and to stop raising their fist at me. And that's why I ended up going into the institute, was because they painted me out to be someone I wasn't. And when I got inpatient, I saw people who I chose to go inpatient on my own. The first time I went into, when they first called for me, I went into the crisis unit, and then I was an intensive outpatient for a while, up until the point where my body just couldn't take the abuse I was going through. And it was psychological abuse. Like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain because I'm like, they're fucking crazy in the head. They know not to touch me anymore because they know, you know, authorities will be involved. So they do anything that they can around it. And I think and I can physically feel the pain in my brain. Anyway, so there came a day where my body couldn't take it anymore. My body was like, so I instituted myself. I put myself in patient. And when I got there, I learned what it was like, how you are there until they say you can leave. They have your phone. They hear all of your calls. they watch you with your food. It's like, I didn't have anything to do over the weekend. They didn't have any groups for us, nothing for us to do over the weekend. So I went around trying to water plants, but the plants were really high up. So I stood on a chair to reach it, and someone yelled at me from down the hallway. They're like, get down, you're gonna get hurt. And I yelled back, I was like, sorry, I forgot him too. Like, you fuck. I can stand on a fucking chair. You know, like, you're telling this to someone who would be okay doing some crazier shit. You're lucky I'm standing on a chair, not using it for some other shit, bitch. Anyway, I would never do that. All I'm saying is when I got into the ward, I saw a girl who was there who is under a conservatorship, and she's a boss. She's a boss. She taught me how to advocate for myself. She taught me about the system too. So I started advocating for myself. I started exposing things no one else would. They'll talk about quietly. I said fuck loud in front of everyone. And the nurses started acting differently. All of a sudden, we got our privacy back. All of a sudden, things started to change. But what really scares me is, even though things changed, at any second, they collectively could have said, you're crazy. They could have restrained me. They could, even if I'm doing nothing. Like, if you've never been granted, they're not going to just do over nothing. But there's some really schemy people. And once you are physically locked in a space and you physically cannot get out, they make the choices. I couldn't get food unless I asked for them. I couldn't get water unless I asked for it. Granted, I can understand. But at the same time, I am a person that, unfortunately, if someone lies about me and makes up a story, I'm scared that I wouldn't get a fair shot to advocate for myself, because that's happened before, where I didn't have a fair shot to advocate for myself. I did advocate for myself, but other people wouldn't listen. And that's the problem. Some people think they know what's best for you, but what they didn't realize is they're acting out of selfish intent. And the thing that they think is best for you is actually worst possible scenario. And that's why you're telling them, no, thank you. Right? So what I've learned in life, at least right now, the game I'm playing, is like, take it day by day. Take it day by day and observe. It's the number one thing I've been taught, is observe everything. There's a skill called the stop skill, which is like, you stop, you think, right? You observe, and then you proceed. And I've been doing that. I stop, I think about it, I observe it, and I proceed strategically. And that's all I can do. What a tangent. What a tangent. I don't know how I get, you guys, I don't know how I get off on these. I think I just start talking one thing and then I just think it all kind of keeps wrapping around, you know? But anyway, again, I don't want to be a professional victim, because it's not that. It's just, I am sharing my story because I wish, when I was going through all this shit, I wish I heard someone else share theirs. I wish at some point in time I heard someone else share their walk, their experience, because the more you know, the more you can, work with. And also, it's not fair to me to be silent about what happened to me. I deserve to be able to speak. So, yeah, okay, comments. Holy shit. Some interest too, literally. Guys, you want to know so sad? Lately, I've been excited to go to sleep because I have a dream boyfriend. And it's the same guy every night. I do. And we meet up in like, okay, my dreams are like, it's a map, right? And we meet up. And there's, oh my God, last night was juicy because last night I found out he had another girl. And his friend was the one exposing it. And I was like, you're lying. It was so juicy. And we were in the store. There was a store. I had to buy stuff. Yeah. You know what's really scary about my dreams, though? It's not really, this part's not even really scary compared to most of my dreams. But my dreams are so lifelike. It is the same exact, like I have all my personal items in my dreams. Like I have Luna, like I have my personal items. I've actually even gotten into the habit in my dreams of going to the map for like going throughout the map, like in certain areas for certain things, even to the point where the other day, as soon as I walked into the building that I've in my dream have been working in, the first thing that I do when I see that building in my dream is go to clock in. And I only did that because over the duration of time from me having a dream in this location, you know, night after night, they reminded me, like, hey, did you clock in? You got to go clock in. And after some time in like after a few, you know, days, weeks, however long of being reminded to clock in my dream, all of a sudden now I'm like, I see the place in my dream. I'm like, oh shit, I got to go clock in. And I go up the stairs and I go into the room. It's a dark room, you know, yeah, it's crazy to think it's like, so that's why I'm like, I don't know. Ever since breaking my neck and having that near-death experience, and now having all the dreams that I do and seeing all the visions and hearing like, not hearing the voices, but there was, yeah, I get intrusive thoughts, but I'm going to tell you this one. Because actually, I've never said this. I've never shared this before. You guys are the first ones to hear this, and this is actually, yeah. Okay, so when I was in college, I was friends with a bunch of people that could have been very spiritually influential, but chose to go down a different path. So I was already surrounded by a lot of bad stuff. And it was when I started kind of waking up to it. This was the night I'd already known God. I knew that, you know, Jesus was around. I knew spirits were a thing, right? This was the night that I felt like it was my first time, like, really experiencing a real spiritual attack. Like, of course, I've had them growing up before, but yeah, just stay tuned. So I remember leaving my friend group downstairs and going up the stairs. And as I was going up the stairs, I heard a whispering voice, almost like a dark, deep voice, almost from like in this area, like coming, like from here, coming like through, like this. And it like literally like in my body, right? And I hear it say, it's like a whisper, they go, get her now. And then I hear a commanding voice respond, a voice that I've heard before, that says, no, she has more time. Then the nightmare started. So I've never said that out loud before. I've thought about it a lot. And reality has not been the same since that happened. Because my understanding is that nothing is what it seems. So then that opened up the spiral. What the fuck is going on? And then COVID happened. Oh, yeah, all this stuff happened, and then COVID happened. And then everything in the world started to make more sense. So I said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Jesus is coming back. People are saying it's today. It could be any day, any second, but let's go. I'm hoping the guy comes back right now. Like, let's get the show on the road. Like, let's get to the best part. But also don't want to do that because, you know, we want everyone in here, and I can count on my hand 5 people in my life right now, 1, 2, 3, and 4 that are actively saying, I don't really want Jesus in my life. And it makes me sad because I watch them suffer every single day. And it's like such a heartbreaking thing where I'm like, you know what I mean? It's just, and I know I shouldn't be tired, but like I'm tired, but I'm not even really doing that much. But like, anyway. So yeah, guys, I'm also kind of going off on tangents because I want to avoid the fact that I just shared that story out loud. Yeah. Crazy spiritual stuff that's happened to me. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of like, I've seen a lot of stuff. Like I've seen a lot of like shadow people, and I saw my grandma in the mirror, like her life soul. So a lot of stuff I've seen, but those things didn't really even shake me the way that hearing that voice say, get her now, shook me. Because it was like devious. But then to immediately hear that comforting voice again say, no, she has more time. That was the strangest thing to me. Wow. Anyway, let me know what you think about that, because I'm pretty sure we're probably all on the same page with what that was. So yeah, when I say, when I'm like, I hear things, it's crazy. Schizophrenia is a real thing. I've seen people like with it, and I'm sure it's very, very hard to live with. I'm also going to say, I'm one to speak. Not everyone who hears things or see things it's not like, shit's real. You know, sometimes your brain misfires, right? But who's to say what they're experiencing isn't actually a real kind of attack in a way? And I think that was the goal of our modern world, is anyone who is spiritual is either woo-woo or they're woo-woo, you know? And then they're all like, oh, with the zombies and the witches and warlocks and the mummies and the vampires, they're all fake. They're all fake. The dragons are fake, but we have dinosaurs. The dragons are not real, but the dinosaurs were. Yes. Fuck. What do you mean the dragons are fake, but the dinosaurs were real? What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't get it. Yeah, wow. Does anyone else have these moments where you just sit down and you're like, we're all so fucking screwed up? And I wish I could, speak about it in a way that, like, I don't know, I just want to draw more awareness to it, but I'm not very good at sharing about it. All right, comments. We're going to go to comments. I think, oh yeah, it's been about an hour. That makes sense why my brain's a little cuckoo. I mean, my brain's been cuckoo this whole time. Oh my gosh, Canada goes, some girls in my school were wearing a black lipstick and the short skirts for football games and basketball games. And yeah, sleeping with other guys. Canada, that's crazy. Like, and I know the exact vibe you're talking about. I feel like that's the Jezebel spirit. And honestly, it affected me. It was around me a lot in high school too. And like, I really had to, honestly, it got me a lot in high school and even into college. It really did get me. And even to this day, I still have to fight back. And it's hard because that's something that I fell into for a long time. And girls are so susceptible to that because their identity of being a woman is so skewed, Real daughters, yeah, seriously. Sorry, I'm just on my You're preemie. Sorry, I'm still catching up. Guys, what's Discord? I feel like I asked this. Is it like I don't know, like a chat app? Because I hear people be like, oh, I was on Discord. And I'm like, what is that? Like, I love YouTube. YouTube's definitely my favorite platform. Instagram, I kind of just post like selfies and stuff on. I tried to do some like silly stuff, but I just didn't really feel like it was like, I don't know. My Instagram's not even my first and last name. Like it's Classicourtney, like kind of separating from my last name. Um, but YouTube's great because like you can connect and you could post hi, long videos and all that good stuff. And I like YouTube, but I do not have TikTok. I've never had a TikTok, never done that. Facebook, I have the pages, but I don't go on. I don't have anything else either. I don't have like a Patreon or there's another one where people go like live streaming on. I don't know how those work. Cause again, I like being able to like chat and stuff like that. There's another one. It's not Tumblr. I did have a Tumblr. I had a Pinterest. Oh my God, I had a Wanilo, Want Need Love. You guys remember that app? That was like the OG, like Amazon. Actually, that was mad popular when Amazon kind of like first came out. I remember being like a Wanilo girl and saving all the iPhone cases and then got an Amazon gift card and like did not know how to order stuff on Amazon because in my head it was like Wanilo, like you save it, you know? And Amazon, I was like, it's just for books. It's kind of confused. Amazon was not like it is now. It like drastically grew. I remember when I first heard about it being like, what the fuck? And then the next time I heard about it, it was huge. Like, what? Hey, Kip, I love you. True followers always here. Amen. Kanda, that's incredible that you hear and see too. So do you get forewarnings of things? Or do you get like random blips of information about stuff? Or do you see someone and like you just have a knowing? Because it kind of sounds like very similar to mine. I knew I had the gift of prophecy when I was younger, but I never believed in it or in myself with it. I kind of second guessed myself. But once I started to learn more about the character of God and honestly talking more about that, I've become a lot more comfortable, like just being confident and like trusting, that call and saying the things that come to me and whatnot. Yeah, wow. Yeah. Aren't the gifts from God just so cool? I love the gift of discernment because it's like it really does help you like in interpersonal situations, even like when you're not able to read someone or someone's being so fake with you, like you can't put your finger on what it is, but you're like, I just know. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And when some people have the gift of teaching and leadership, and I love that. Like, or the gift of knowledge. Like some people just have and so much wisdom. I'm like, I love that. That is so beautiful. Like you're literally a walking like little knowledge book and you can make connections. And I'm like, I wonder if you're more curious and less confused because I'm very confused. I'm very curious, but I'm very confused. Like I wonder how that's like for people with like the gift of teaching or, you know, like do they see someone and they see a gap and they're like, oh my gosh, I know this and I can help you here and we can connect it. Like, I wonder how their minds work. I don't know. It's just, like such a cool thing. I don't know. I have a lot of friends that are like just teachers in that way and they're so nurturing. And I'm like, man, how do you do this? I'm like, how did you think of that? Like, I can't even stay on one. You gotta be so focused and like, but maybe not even focused. It's like, you just have to know, it's crazy. I don't know stuff. I feel stuff. Anyway, it doesn't stay. What? Wait, it didn't say? Oh, oh, interesting. I wonder if tell me if this is wrong. I feel this with like my exes. Um, do you ever feel like a rope, like a magnet, or almost like someone's like remote viewing you, but you're like, no one's in my space. You're like, but I just feel like I'm in the room with someone right now. That happens to me a lot. And I'm only bringing this up because one time it happened to me where I felt that feeling, and then I heard my coworker at the time, who was in a different room. Like this is when I was a wedding coordinator. I was sitting in the kitchen, and it was our head of staff, and she was in the office, and I heard her. I was standing there, and in my thoughts, I heard her voice say, Courtney, if I didn't love you so much, I would be walking out right now. And when that voice stopped, she came out of the office, went around, walked to me in the kitchen. She goes, Courtney, if I didn't love you so much, I'd be walking out right now. And after that moment, I was like, okay, yep. So the things that I hear are very much what other people are thinking. Telepathy is very clear. Because I'm like, I wonder if she was thinking it and thinking of me while she was thinking it. Or if I was like, that's a Raven type thing. Their family is very spiritual. And the girl I told you about, her cousin they both worked, I worked at the venue with her and her cousin. Her cousin was my supervisor. She was another coordinator over at a different venue up the road. And the supervisor, let's call her Sherry. She's very spiritually in tuned, and she gave me many lessons in life. I could see she knew things. She taught me. She knew me very well too. She really emphasized and taught me two things. One, which I agree with, don't treat people how you want to be treated, treat other people how they need to be treated. I agree with that. And also, oh, that's interesting, Kanda. Also, she's taught me that just to think everything's just going to work out and just let it work out. Literally just to assume things are just going to work out. And they will. Yep. And she told me stories, and I'm going to share this one with you. Dryer was broken. Dryer was broken for a long time, right? Husband asks, hey, did you fix the dryer? Or did you call it to get the dryer? She goes, yeah, I called this morning to get the dryer fixed, like this and that, whatever. Dryer didn't get fixed. She never made that call. Husband goes to use the dryer. And for the first time in a minute, dryer actually worked. So started realizing, I'm like, it really is. I mean, I knew this before, but I had forgotten, but it really is energy. Hi, buddy boy. Anyway, Gmail. My Gmail is, I don't know if, I wonder if I have to go through my pages and see, because I've updated some stuff and taken stuff down and seen like, I don't know. I want to connect everything so it makes sense, but it's courtney-angers at gmail.com. It's maybe on my website. You could find, it's like on the links, but it's just courtney-angers at gmail.com. It's my personal Gmail. Let's make a Gmail chat. That's crazy though, that like, does it happen a lot to you, Kanda, where you said your friend's name is Gavin? Does that happen a lot? Or like often? I don't know, it's so cool. Kanda, do you think you have the gift of prophecy? My church, I go to a church called Vox Church, VOX, and they're all, they're also virtual, so you can check them out online, YouTube, all the good stuff. Really, really great, really funny, and hysterical. So they have on their website, I think you just have to make an account for it, and they do all these different kinds of questionnaires. Like you could learn about just yourself and like your personality, whatever. They do these they have like a spiritual assessment questionnaire where like you answer questions and it comes out with your spiritual gifts. And I came back with, I think it was 99.8% prophecy. And then it was like 98.9% evangelism. And then it was like 97 something apostle. And then under that was like, I didn't really look under that, but it was like, just everything else. And but I thought it was really interesting because before taking that assessment, I knew that I, like, you know, had kind of this gift, but I wasn't so certain just because I kind of need things like hand-fed to me. I took the quiz and it told me, and I was like, oh, cool. Sounds good. So anyway, I'm sharing this because maybe someone else wants to take the quiz. I don't know. It was fun. It's nice little few questions. Oh, that's right. We were going to read the verse. I think it was like Luke 10:30, Luke 4:10:35. Oh, shit, what was that verse? Oh my God, I got real off. There was a verse, and I said I was going to read it, so I'm going to read it. Oh, yep, Luke 10:27-35. See, I have a visual and a kinesthetic memory. I do not have an auditory memory. So if I remember something auditorially, you know it's spiritual. Luke 10. Luke. Okay, I'm in Luke. I just gotta find Luke 10. All right, Luke 10:27-35. All right. So, oh, here we go. Oh, thank you. The parable of the Good Samaritan. Yes. Okay. Sorry, guys. So, 27 is right here. He answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart and your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. You have answered correctly, Jesus replied. Do this and you will live. But he wanted to justify himself, so he asked Jesus, and who is my neighbor? In reply, Jesus said, a man was going down from Jerusalem in Jericho when he was attacked. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm not this good. I'm not. I can't read, yo. After working in events and only doing BEOs and then working with 2-year-olds, I can't read. In reply, Jesus said, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. They stripped him of his clothes and beat him and went away, leaving him half dead. A priest happened to be going down the same road when he saw the man. He passed by the other side. So too a Levite, when he came to the place and saw him, passed by on the other side. But a Samaritan, as he traveled, came where the man was. When he saw him, he took pity on him. He went to him and bandaged his wounds, pouring on oil and wine. Oh my God. Wine on wounds? Then he put the man on his own donkey, brought him to an inn, and took care of him. Next day, he took out 2 denarii and gave them to the innkeeper. Look after him, he said, and when I return, I will reimburse you for any extra expense you may have. Which of these 3 do you think was the neighbor to the man who fell into the hands of the robbers? The expert in the law replied, the one who had mercy on him. Jesus told him, go and do likewise. Amen. Anyway, heaven is so real. Let's freaking get it. Kanda, are your friends, the friends that you're referring to, are they still on Earth today or have they passed on? Just curious. Because, like, that's so cool. Wow. Let me know, and then I'm gonna end the live once you let me know, because that bitch looks familiar. Sorry, I don't mean to call her a bitch. Girl looks familiar. Looks all the same. I'm tired, man. I'm ready for a napski. I'm ready for a napski. It's noon. I woke up 3 hours ago. I think it's the fall weather. It's just making me kind of tired, like sleepy. All right, we're gonna cut it off at 80 minutes flat. We're gonna do T minus 20 seconds. I'm just hitting the time. Before we go, thank you guys for watching, because I'm almost at 200,000 views, which is crazy. So thank you guys. I love you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. I'll probably be on later tomorrow, or I'll post some more nonsense. Bye. God bless you.